Hi guys, and hello from the hilltop. I'm the Plateau Perfectionist, and this is my plan with me for my very first monthly spread in my new TechRecord bullet journal for the month of March. So hopefully you watched my previous video of how my basic setup pages, because I started this brand new journal, and then this will be my first monthly spread in this journal. Alright, so I decided to go with a minimalist theme. I wanted to just keep it really simple for this particular month. I noticed a lot of people were doing green or leaves, and I tried not to copy that, but at the same time I noticed a lot of people did like minimalist type styles. And you know what, that's totally fine. I tried to do it my own little version, and then I even did a fancy script. Look at that. This script I pulled off of the internet, and I tried to trace it. I didn't like how the trace looked, so I just practiced, and ended up freehanding it so I could get the position of the words right. I still don't think I did a great job, but either way, it was my attempt at a fancy script, and I'm actually surprisingly proud of it. So the quote is, "Strive not to get more done, but to have less to do." And that is actually from a lady called Francine J, who wrote a book on minimalism called The Joy of Less. And I have read her book. In fact, if you search it in YouTube, you can actually find an audiobook version of it, and you can play it on YouTube for free. But I would promote the Audible just because, you know, she deserves the money because it's a really good book. She deserves money. I thought about doing maybe a quote from Marie Kondo, since it is minimalist, but I think Francine J's quote was even better. So this particular theme, like I said, is very simplistic. So very simple leaf design at the bottom, which I found off of Pinterest and kind of made my own. Then there was this geometric thing, and yes, I used my ruler to keep my lines all pretty and straight. And then on the title page, I went with this dial-inspired theme with rocks. And you can't really tell right now, they just kind of look like funky-looking shaped circles, but when I do get them colored, they look like 1,000 times better. So for my materials, I ended up going with just, again, simplistic with my Sharpie pen. As you can see, it's my favorite pen. If you have any recommendations for other types of pens to use, I would more than happy to, you know, tell me. Put a comment. I love comments. And then, yeah, you see my lovely little rocks here. And then for colors, I ended up keeping a simple, like 4 or 5 colors. And I used all of my Zebra liners. Now, they are my favorite pen. I'm sorry, they're my favorite pen. I like the colors that they come out with, and they actually mix pretty well as well. But next month, for the month of April, I've already kind of have a theme in mind, and I'm going to challenge myself not to use my Zebra liners and just use my Crayola Super Tips. Just to, like I said, it's a challenge. I'm going to challenge myself. So here you can see the purple. It doesn't look very good here, but I ended up going over it with the gray, and I actually think it looks so much better. And you won't see it in this video, but later on I do go back with a dark blue Zebra Mildliner to give them a little bit of a shadow on, like a ground shadow. But oh, good grief. So, what you won't see in this video is my camera, which is my phone, decided to stop recording and not tell me about halfway through my work. So you won't see my budget tracker, you won't see my first weekly spread, and you end up missing, I think, half of my habit tracker because, like I said, it's just decided to stop recording and not tell me that it was going to be a meanie butt. But whatever. I'll go ahead and just, I post what I have. It's kind of one reason why this is so late. I was honestly mildly embarrassed because it's just not very good quality. But what can you do? I'm just gonna roll with the punches and post what I have, and hopefully you enjoy it. And then, of course, I went back with my jelly roll to kind of fix my little oopsie there. So yeah, I was gonna do the circle on the green leaf thing as like a sun with the yellow, but I figured that might be a little too much yellow on the page because I put it up here on my geometric pattern. So that's why I went with the gray to kind of make it almost look moonish, full moon. And then, of course, washi tape, because washi tape. Alright, so on to the next page. So, since this is my very first monthly spread, I went with a 2-page spread. As you probably know from my other bullet journal, for my month of February, my milk and mocha theme, I try to keep my monthly spreads to just 1 page in order to save paper, because I'm stingy like that. Well, since this book is so much smaller than my other one, because my other one was the size of a full-size spiral notebook, I went ahead and went with the 2-pager for this one. I set it up so the boxes, I believe, if they're not 5x5, they're 6x6. And like I drew it all out, just make sure I had all of the spacing right, and then probably the hardest part of this entire spread here was the moon in the top right hand corner, because I did it without having my rulers. I was doing some of this at work. I know, bad me, but I did it without my rulers, so you'll see me when I'm actually tracing this with a pen. I use the ruler and it comes out like so much cleaner. I also didn't do full-size boxes. Like, I didn't trace the boxes all the way. I just kept with like the little minimalist cross plus signs. I actually think it came out really nice. And then when I add color to it, it looks even better. And other than the March sticker, I did not use any stickers in this. So there you go. We don't have to fight those stupid number stickers like I use in my simple event planner. So yeah, just the leaf here in the corner, the moon stuff. The moon, surprisingly enough, was inspired by the moon stuff that you see in Sailor Moon, which I used to watch when I was a kid and was mildly obsessed with. So there you go. My inner nerd is potentially showing just a little bit. So yeah, see, I was like, I should totally use these stencils. That's the entire reason why I bought these stupid things. So there's that, and then for the numbers for the days of the month, I went with like a little gray, and then for the days of the week, I think I did 2 tones. That was green and yellow, and then I used the same yellow on the moon. And of course, you have to get the points just right. You have to get the points just right. Just doesn't look right without it. So yeah, I did make a small oops, which I realized towards the end. I had 1 too many boxes, 32 boxes instead of 33, and I'll go in with a white jelly roll and fix it. Yeah, see, 1 too many, and then it magically disappears. And then lots of little numbers, no stickers. This was a sticker-free zone other than the word March. Oh, color scheme. So I used the golden yellow because I am like obsessed with that golden yellow. Green, purple, a little bit of blue because the washi tape went well with it, real well with it. Blah. And then I think purple. I used a little bit of purple, which they all they're neutral-ish kind of colors, and they did real good. And I tried to keep on with the fancy script too. No secondhand script for me, man. I was gonna go all out with this thing. and I'm secretly eating ice cream while I do this. Oh, speaking of ice cream, this is keto ice cream because I do keto. If you ever get a chance, there is a company called Rebel Creamery. This is totally not sponsored, but they have some of the best keto ice cream that I can find anywhere. You can find it at Albertsons. I found mine at Albertsons, or you can order directly. They are made with heavy cream instead of milk, and you can have an entire pint, or just a portion of a pint. They cook because they only come in pints. But like the average net carbs for a pint, because they use stevia, monk fruit, and other types of alternative sweeteners instead of regular sugar, is like 5 grams. Compared to regular ice cream, which is like maybe a third of a cup, and you have like 20 something grams. So speaking of keto, I recently celebrated my ketoversary, which you've never heard of because I totally invented the idea. Basically, I have been doing keto for 1 year, and I have lost a total of 80.5 pounds as of this morning. So, not bad, I think. I can finally fit into a size 20 jeans, which, trust me, that is an accomplishment since I started at a size 26, and an extra large t-shirt. So, woohoo! Alright. Now that I'm done with my monthly spread that took forever and I had to BS my way talking through, we go to the weight tracker, sleep tracker. I freaking love this tracker. I put it in every single one. I may try to change it up next month, but for right now, I'm just gonna go with what I've got here. And I didn't realize until just recently, I made a really big oops. I should have left a space where the number 15 is, because now when it gets to the 15th of this month, I can't put anything down because it's dead center in the middle of the grid. So yay, stupid me. Well. And I still had extra room, but then again, it's March, whatever. So I went with yellow on the top. I went with green on the bottom and then gray in the middle. And as I have been filling this out, I do the basic tick marks, but then I overlap it with the same blue that I used in some of the other pages. And then I decided to where I really decided to get fancy was I decided to make a Dutch door for my habit tracker. Because everybody and their brother does mood trackers, and that's all fine and good. I don't mind them, but they get really tedious on, like, I have to go to it every single day. I have to color it depending on how I feel, blah, blah, blah. So what I decided to do was, on the back side of this little Dutch door, I numbered it 1 through 31, and then for how I'm feeling that day, I write a word. And my trick was try not to duplicate words. So you're not no happy, sad, tired, but like productive or restless or something like that. And just go with that as my mood tracker. And, just to kind of do a change of pace. Then on the opposite side of the Dutch door, I did a quote. I totally forget what it says. Something to do with minimalism. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied because my mouth is cold from ice cream. And then and then the boxes there on the side are what will eventually become my habit trackers. I had, brush teeth, water plants, things like that. And then I had my lovely design on the far side. The pages after that are my budget tracker, and then a thing for my debts. I am contemplating doing a budgeting video just on how I have set up that particular grid. I want to know your comments below if you would actually be interested in any kind of budgeting information. And then after that is the start of my weekly spreads, which I kept really simple because I'm a simple person and easily entertained with ice cream that tastes like vanilla. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, see, my my poor thing decided to stop, not tell me, because it's a douche monkey. So there's my quote page, and my March rocks, which I actually think looked really nice. I'm actually very happy with how well those came out. My monthly spread, so simple, so minimalist, so awesome. I actually really like how that moon came out. Totally cute. Alright, flip the page already. You're taking forever. There's my tracker. I'm going to turn it so you can see. Look how pretty it is. And I have plenty of room. Okay, oh yeah. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Because I am totally sophisticated, says the person eating ice cream while I do a voiceover. And then I've gotten into the habit of coloring my weekends. It just helps me see better on the little grid thingies. I usually do 8x4s just because they fit so good on the page. There's my budget and expense tracker. Very simple. Just some column grid lines because if I make it too complicated, it hurts my head. I printed this out on an Excel sheet and I glued it in. Like I said, if you're interested in like what that is and information on my budget, just let me know. I'll totally make a video about it. And then there's my first monthly spread, weekly spread. Real simple, fancy font. I felt fancy making it. Alright guys, I would love a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You can find me on Instagram at the Plateau Perfectionist with underscores, or you could find me with on Facebook, or even my website at theplateauperfectionist.com. Either way, I would love to hear from you. Comment, like, and I'm going to go eat more ice cream. Bye!